I see the crystal raindrops fall, and the beauty of it all is when the sun comes shining through to make those rainbows in my mind. When I think of you sometime, and I want to spend some time with you.
Just the two of us.
Oh, God damn
right?
it.
We can make it if we try. Just the two of us.
God damn it.
You're supposed to go, just you and I.
Just you and I. Now, were you going with the original, or were you going with the shitty Will Smith version, where you were going to start rapping?
I don't even know. That's how young I am.
See, yeah, God, yeah, I remember back in the 90s, like, that song used to play, like, over and over and over and over again. Just, you could not get away from it, man. Goddamn Will Smith.
Most of my knowledge of old hit songs comes from, they were on a commercial for, like, a mop or something.
Right? Yeah. What the fuck, man, some commercials, man, it's like, God, you guys had... Like, have you seen the really bad commercial where it's, like, the people dancing and shaking for, like, cable? They're all, like, cable, like Comcast or whatever. And it's all these people in suits, and they're dancing with fucking giant dishes and shit, and it's like, what the fuck? It's like, Jesus, you guys had no self-respect to you. Jesus Christ. Like, I would prefer, like, the Dunkin' Donuts guy. The old man who's like, it's time to make the donuts.
No, I don't know that.
Oh, yeah, no, there's, like, back in the 80s and, like, early 90s, there was this old man who's, like, for Dunkin' Donuts, he always dressed up in a black suit and everything, and he's like, time to make the donuts. Like, and he would sound like, God, just one more fucking donut, I'm gonna kill myself. And there was a point where, there's a great one where he pretty much breaks the time-space continuum, opens his door, and it's himself, and he says, I already made the donuts, and then just collapses.
Good lord. I guess this is what I miss out on stuff when you don't have a Dunkin' Donuts within, like, a 40-mile radius.
Goddamn right. Yeah, actually, I used to live literally a block away from a White Castle, Dunkin' Donuts, a Baskin Robbins, and a Taco Bell, all within, like, 10 feet of each other.
I've never seen a White Castle.
Oh, don't.
No, wait. When I was in Austin, I think I saw one.
Really?
Not sure. No, that was a Sonic.
You see, I've never had Sonic, honestly.
I'd never seen one until I went to
I don't even think they're in Chicago, honestly. Like, I haven't seen one, yeah. You see, I want to try Whataburger.
It's pretty decent.
Is it?
I was surprised how good the milkshakes were.
Really? Yeah. Yeah, like, I want to try it,
but big deal about the, like, sauce they use for their fries. I thought it was okay.
Really? See if anyone from Texas listens to it, they'll be like, we gotta kill that Armstrong. Mm-hmm.
No, I think most the ones who do care don't listen to this podcast, and the ones who do care, who don't care, are just like, who gives a fuck? Fucking Whataburger. Why the hell are you eating there in the first place?
Yeah. I actually tried Five Guys burgers and fries, and it's not bad. Their fries leave a lot to be desired, honestly.
The thing about Five Guys that pisses me off is when somebody tells me that Five Guys makes great burgers, that tells me that they only eat fast food burgers, and that when they had Five Guys, they're like, oh man, this is great. It's like, that means because you only eat shit burgers.
Yeah, it's not bad.
They're
but
just
it's definitely
okay.
Bad. Yeah. Yeah, I like, I tried, God, what is it? It's this, what is it? There's one called, like, Meat Burgers or whatever, like Meat Friends or whatever, that's like, you'd only find it in middle-class white places, pretty much. Yeah. Goddamn, this is making me hungry, yeah.
I just ate, so I'm good for right now.
Yeah.
So let's keep talking about food. This is the new food section of the podcast. Next up, Lindt chocolates.
Oh!
Where do they come from?
They come from heaven. And they give you diabetes.
So how long is it going to be before people saying diabetes is just removed from the public conscience, where, like, even kids, like, will say it and then, like, they don't even know where it's from? Because, like, I'm already too past it. Like, I don't think they were even showing those commercials anymore when I was.
I don't think so. Yeah,
I only know it from like references from TV shows.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be one of those things where it's like, yeah, people are gonna make the reference, but people are gonna have no fucking clue, unfortunately. Which they should, because diabetes.
So we have one kind of side thing relating. Since this is the Rage Select community podcast, we should occasionally bring up things relating to Rage Select, I guess.
Why?
Okay. Did you? So, you know that Dark Souls 3 doesn't come out till April 12th.
Yeah, what ain't that a bitch? Like, I know it just came out in Japan, like, now.
Well, speaking of which, Jeff's already got it. Because they found out that you can actually, if you own an Xbox One...
Oh, right, I heard about that.
You can create a Japanese Xbox Live account.
Yeah.
And then go into the Microsoft Store and basically buy online currency in yen.
Right, yeah.
Buy it, download it, and then go to your regular account so it's back in English. And the Japanese version already has the English subtitle, already has the English voice in it. I don't know why.
Are you serious?
No, yeah, it's already done.
What's the point of them keeping it for so long?
There is none. They keep saying,
what is it? It's coming out in like 2-3 weeks? 3 weeks?
Bandai released, they say, oh, well, it's not finished, but it's like, it clearly is.
Yeah, if you guys were able to release it in Japan. Personally, I wouldn't give a shit if they did the English voices. Hey, as long as you got subtitles, I'm good. You know? I don't give a shit. As long as I can read it and understand the basics of what's going on, I'm fine.
Yeah, but Jeff posted a picture which was
bastard.
It was like 30% downloaded. It showed the Dark Souls 3 icon. Oh, he could. I don't really blame him.
I don't either. As knowing how obsessed he is, yeah, of course he would have done that.
Yeah. But also, there was a kind of relating. I'm going to turn right into the news then.
All right, yeah, fine. Go ahead.
It's kind of, I don't know if you can have spoilers for a Dark Souls game. I guess kind of.
In some way, but it's like, that's kind of the cool thing about Dark Souls is that, like, pretty much all of it is spoilered. I mean, like, they just give you the basics, and then it's up to you to find out everything else.
So, alongside the Japanese launch, they released a launch trailer, and in it had some pretty interesting things, one of which was... I will say right now, if you want to go into Dark Souls 3 blind, skip ahead like a minute. Okay, skip ahead, and hopefully you skipped ahead.
Sorry, well, it's like, you know what I'll do is I'll give him 5 seconds.
It's fine, man.
Yeah, but it's like...
No, yes, it totally... There was a fucking boss that looks like...
It looks like...
riding a motherfucking dragon throwing lightning spears at you.
Well, which is like... If you saw, like, the first... There's a lot of, like, first-hour playthroughs that pop up on YouTube. And a lot of them show, like, people that have been in, like, NPCs that have been in Dark Souls 1, or, like, before.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the blacksmith guy. Like,
oh, yeah.
Up in the third. Yeah. So it's like, it doesn't really... It's not really hard to believe that it's like, oh, hey, if these NPCs that showed up in Dark Souls 1 showed up, why can't older bosses or people... show up too.
Right.
Yeah. Or it could just be an easy explanation, be like, yeah, we're fucking lazy, we don't want to do this anymore, let's shove Gwen somewhere.
Well, some people are speculating that it's actually his lost son.
Really? Oh, yeah. Wasn't, like, the whole fan theory was that it was Sartorius?
No, that Solaire was the lost son.
Oh, was it? Okay, yeah.
Theory.
Okay, yeah.
Because he always talked about... I think there was a... I don't know specifically, and not even the fans know, because it's a theory.
Yeah.
That the son of Gwyn was cast out because he took something, and that it, like, I think it wiped his memory, and when you talk to Solaire, he's always hanging out near Gwyn statues, he worships the sun. And
yeah, that's what I meant, Solaris.
I can't remember something.
Why the fuck was I saying it? Yeah, Solaris, not Sartorius.
Yeah.
Isn't Sartorius the one of the Abyss?
Yeah, Artorius of the Abyss.
Artorius, yeah, the one...
The wolf.
Then who the fuck is Sartorius?
I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
Well, since we didn't have a podcast last week, we're going to just lump in all the stories from last week.
Yeah,
so
might as well.
I'm going to run the gamut of them real quick.
Oh, okay, yeah, good.
King's Quest Episode 3 has a release date, April 26th.
Have you played the King's Quest stuff?
Nope, I have the first episode because they gave it to me for free from PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, I haven't either. I don't know. I'm getting kind of tired of the whole, we're releasing one episode every, 4 months.
No, yeah. There's a story later on that I'll get to that kind of wraps in, but so I'll wait to say my stance on episodic games till then.
Right.
But, yeah. More episodic things. The Walking Dead Michonne Episode 2 is coming out in 3 days, March 29th. Well, alright, so it's probably already up by the time this is posted.
Yeah, by the time
Once again, stories from last week.
Yeah.
I Am Setsuna, which was one of the RPGs they showed last year at Square Enix's E3 thing, is going to come out this summer on PS4 and PC. Apparently there was supposed to be a PS Vita version, which has now been dropped.
Yeah, Vita has pretty much been abandoned for all intents and purposes.
The developer of Among the Sleep announced Mosaic, which was... does this sound... Tell me if this is hitting all the indie game narrative buttons for you. It's about being a small piece in this big machinery that you don't feel anything for, but... It's a narrative about an office worker who goes through the motions of his routine day-to-day life.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't even need to go farther. Yep.
Yeah.
All you need to say is, also, it's a girl, and she has a lesbian relationship with another girl, and it's like, oh, so you're grabbing the Gone Home crowd, too.
Speaking of Gone Home, Tacoma, which is the follow-up game from the makers of Gone Home, has been delayed to spring 2017.
I thought there was going to be a sequel. Gone Home 2.
Well, apparently, and this is not confirmed or anything, this is just rumblings, that a lot of the early complaints about Tacoma was like, this is just Gone Home, but in the space. It's like, what the
really?
fuck? You gotta do something else, guys. So maybe they're trying to shift. It's quite a significant delay for a game that's supposed to come out this year.
Yeah.
So maybe they're gonna really retool the game.
Which, hey,
sometimes that's what games like that need.
Yeah. Gone Home. If you really think about it, Gone Home's kind of fucked up. If you think, because it's about this girl who falls in love with another girl who's joining the army, goes AWOL, and then she goes along with him on what is basically a crush, more or less.
Mm-hmm.
So, goodbye to both of their future, because this chick just went AWOL.
Yeah, it was an interesting narrative for the time. And
when you really think about it, it's kind of fucked up.
It is. I do enjoy how that's kind of become like the standard for all indie games. Is like, what is it going to end with your sister's a lesbian?
Yeah. I do miss indie games like Mercenary Kings, shit like that.
They're still coming out.
Yeah, but not as much. I mean, they're not as praised compared to Gone Home and shit,
Right.
Which is a shame because hey, they're a lot of fun. I still go back to Mercenary Kings.
I feel like I may own that, but I'm not sure.
You don't know.
There's so many random indie games I've been given.
Yeah, who's the artist who did that? What was it? It was the same guy who did the pixel anime art for Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, the Scott Pilgrim game.
Yeah, who the fuck is that guy? But yeah, he's like one of the few that does pixel art good.
Good on him.
Yes.
So this is, I'm not exactly sure because I don't know a lot about the Oddworld series, but
me neither.
I can't tell if this is a new game or some people are saying it's a remake of the sequel to Oddworld, Oddworld Exodus. So the makers of Oddworld announced Oddworld Soulstorm. It's due for late 2017. This is it's not a sequel. It's a sequel to Oddworld New and Tasty, which was a remake of the original Oddworld.
Uh-huh.
And they're making it sound like it's a remake of Oddworld Exodus, which was the sequel to Oddworld 8. very confusing, but they say it's going to be darker, more sinister.
Okay.
Yeah.
The only thing I remember, the two things I remember from Oddworld were the fish dude, and then they made that sequel that was pretty much beloved with the bounty hunter guy. And that's all I remember. Yeah.
Lunch's Odyssey?
Yeah.
One on Xbox?
Yeah. And I think they did a remake of that, or was it HD remake?
No, that was Abe's Odyssey. They did
Abe's Odyssey.
New and Tasty.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that's what this is a potential sequel to. So you remember that Platinum TMNT game, Mutants in Manhattan?
Yeah.
Coming out May 24th.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I love Platinum. I like a lot of the games, but it seems like with their with the stuff that they don't make on their own, like the licensed property stuff, they seem to have problems either of it becoming too short or just okay, or it being really good but way too fucking short.
Yeah, they seem to crank them out pretty fast, so
yeah.
It does seem like that problem would become pretty apparent.
Yeah, but hey, I've seen the trailer for it, and just going by the trailer, it looks like a lot of fun. It definitely looks like the TMNT show that's on Nickelodeon a little bit.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, and Shredder
probably one of the things that allowed them to get the game greenlit.
Probably, yeah. And Shredder looks kick-ass.
So this was kind of a strange thing that happened, which may open a door to a bright future for gaming.
Really?
Right before Rocket League went live on Xbox One, there was a posting about it on the official Xbox website where they mentioned that they're not only going to allow cross-platform play between Xbox One and Windows 10 PCs, that they are completely open to the idea of allowing them to connect with other consoles.
Oh, so what's that term? Cross-compatibility?
Cross-platform. Cross-platform play may be coming to Rocket League and possibly other Xbox games in the future. Now, this is significant because in the past, the entity that's always been the people basically saying, no, we're not going to do that, has been Microsoft.
Yeah.
In the past, PC, well, there's no real definitive, this is the voice of PC. But Sony has always said, like, yeah, we'll connect with everyone, whatever. Microsoft's like, no, it's our ecosystem, closed environment.
Right.
Yeah. So, and there was another story later in the week where Sony said, like, hey, Microsoft, the way that when Microsoft announced it, they kind of made it seem like, hey, ball's in Sony's court, and then Sony came back and said, like, we've always been open to the idea, it's really up to developers.
Yeah.
So, who knows?
So, like, yeah, we've been trying to do this for years, dickbags.
Although it is possible that Sony just went, hey, it's up to developers, maybe them being like, yeah, we just like to say that, and then we're going to pass it off like, oh, it's developers, and then developers are like, we want to do it. It's like, you shut the fuck up!
Yeah. Silence!
So, until we actually see progress on it, all this is words, but it's some pretty nice words.
Yeah. Hey, if it's true, then hey, that'd be pretty kick-ass. I wonder, could you do it with PC as well?
I know PS4 can.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I wonder.
Yeah, you've always been able to play with.
Nice. I remember what was it? It was the Shadowruns game that was like all multiplayer. They tried to do that. And
yeah.
Yeah, and then PC. Apparently, the rumor was PC people kept beating people so bad that they're like, okay, yeah, we can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
That's kind of fucked up. That's not fair to other people, man.
I think that's always going to be the case with first-person shooters, though.
Oh yeah, yeah. To be honest, yeah. Whenever I play like a shooter, even first person or third person, I prefer doing a controller and keyboard. Everything else, it's like, controller's fine too. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, do you remember when the Xbox One was initially announced and they discussed the idea of sharing digital games? Because it was all
Oh, yeah. And
like a combined Xbox platform where...
Yeah, people flipped out.
Well, it was also part of the... It would have to be the always online console.
Yeah.
If they did allow that. Well, now they're saying they're more open to the idea now that kind of the dust has settled and Xbox One isn't the nightmarish hellscape which it was initially.
It was a good idea, but it was like everything on top of it was just such a bad idea. Whereas like, and people just weren't ready. And when you just threw all that together, it was like, yeah, no, we're not for this. But now, seems good.
The way they were not saying is that we're looking at it from both a Windows standpoint and like what's our policy with the Microsoft Store. So they're like, it's part of this whole you combined Windows platform thing they've been going for with like, oh, it's Windows 10 compatible. It can work on the Xbox One. So as long as you're staying within their environment, it seems like they're going to be willing to allow this kind of thing. So, could be looking for a future where digital games are shared, which is something I did not expect at the start of this generation.
Yeah, hey, that'd be nice, yeah. Getting sick of not having room for my shit anymore because of all these fucking games.
Obsidian and Paradox announce Tyranny, which they say is a bold step for the RPG genre, which is about a world where bad guys have already won and you're trying to fight back against. I don't know if it's an RTS or not.
So what? It's kind of like Wanted, except you're not the douchebag a-hole.
Right.
I never got why people liked that. The whole thing was just
the movie or the comic?
Both. Because it was like the comic, it was just so fucking mean-spirited and just so.
Yeah, because it was written by Mark Millar.
Yeah. He's never, like, when he's on his own, it never comes good, like, but when people are like, yeah, no, stop doing this shit, like, when he has someone to hold his ass back, it's much better.
He definitely is somebody who requires a leash every now and then.
Yeah.
So you remember that Ninja Theory game Hellblade that was announced? It seemed like alongside, like, PS4, like, so it was like one of their initial, like, check out Hellblade.
A little bit. It
was kind of like a spiritual successor to
Yeah. Wasn't there a trailer that just came out like 2 weeks ago?
Could be. I'm not exactly sure. But now it has been renamed Hellblade Seuna's Sacrifice. Okay. We don't really know who that character is yet, guys, so we don't know what she's sacrificing and why we cared. Seems like you're making it unnecessarily complicated. Okay. Whatever. It's kind of another sad story. There was that story about no, I'll leave that to you later. The puzzle designer for Professor Layton passed away.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah. Have you played any of the Professor Layton stuff?
I've played a few of them, but I never owned any of them, so I couldn't get really into it. But they always seem fun, and it's a very, very popular series.
Yeah, I never could play them because like it was during the time where I just wasn't interested in like the Nintendo stuff. Right. Like just recently, I've been getting back into some of the Nintendo handhelds, so I'm probably going to go back and play that. But yeah, it was very beloved. And yeah, it is a shame.
Yeah. Dude was, I think, he might have been 90. So.
He was 90? Okay, so it's not entirely... He lived a long life. At least that's a good thing. Like
interstitial pneumonia seems to be the thing that gets a lot of really old people.
Ammonia. Damn.
Pneumonia.
Okay.
The Division is now Ubisoft's fastest-selling new IP. And highest-selling.
That's kind of depressing.
Right?
I mean, it's like, no offense, but it's like, yeah, I played the beta and all, and I played a couple of it from my friends who bought it, and yeah, I mean, it's fun, but it's like, there's nothing that'll, like, tide you over for, like, forever,
I don't get it, but if you're having fun, good on you.
Yeah. Well, you heard about the dude who was, like, within, like, a week, like, just rose up his entire rank, like, all of his ranks, all of it within, like...
Yeah, you already hit max level.
Yeah, which is like, Jesus, dude, really?
Some people don't do anything but play video games.
Apparently, yeah. I wish there was a job I could do that.
Well...
And I'd have to be good.
Yeah. There's the rub. So you remember what the price of the HTC Vive was or is?
What was that? It was like $800, wasn't it?
$800. Do you remember the price of the Oculus Rift?
600.
$600.
I'm
The price of the PlayStation VR, $400.
Yeah. Which officially, they did the smart call. They did the smart thing, and like I can't even manage the HTC. Jesus, $800. That's still like that news has been around for like 2-3 weeks, and that still blows my fucking mind. Where it's like $800 fucking dollars.
Seriously, guys, like, you want VR to work, do what Sony's doing. It's not as powerful. It's not going to obviously be as impressive visually or run as well as the Oculus or the Vive, but this is a consumer-friendly price.
Yeah, $400, that's not bad, especially for people who want to do this right.
Yeah. I will state that this, apparently this requires the PlayStation camera to work. So technically, if you don't already own that, it's an added $60 on top of it.
Oh, is it?
But
that's still, I mean,
it's still $140 cheaper than the next up.
Yeah, and was it $460? I mean, for argument's sake, let's say $460. That would still be around like the PS4's. Like, if I'm wrong, like the PS4 when it first came out with a new game. That's not entirely awful. And give it like a year or two, it'll probably go down as well.
Oh, yeah. And I can guarantee there's going to be some form of sale. Oh, yeah, PlayStation VR comes out in October.
Okay, yeah.
But I can guarantee there's going to be some kind of sale in like maybe like a Black Friday or just like a holiday thing.
Oh, totally, yeah.
Where the
Black Friday
PlayStation camera for like $20 or $30.
Yeah, Black Friday would be where it would clinch it.
Exactly.
Black Friday, Amazon during Black Friday gets some damn good deals too.
They do, but their Cyber Monday deals are always garbage.
Yeah, I'm still happy because like I got Bloodborne. The original price was $60. Black Friday, half off.
I think I got Dragon Age Inquisition for like $17.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. I can't remember though. Oh, but also so PlayStation VR $400. You would think that lower price point, Sony's got to be selling those at a loss. Nope. They are selling PlayStation VRs at a profit.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
So it makes you think. Well, also, of course, we mentioned it's obviously not as powerful as the.
It's like the other two, right? Yeah.
But it makes you also think is like, what are the Vive and Oculus putting in their shit to make it that expensive? If Sony can sell this for $400 and still make a profit on it.
Yeah, the Vive, it's like. That thing has to give you, like, a blowjob or something. It has to bake you cookies every day or something.
It comes with a preloaded Gianna Michaels simulator.
I don't even know who Gianna Michaels is.
Oh, God. She's a porn star.
Is that why? Okay, well... See, I don't know that much. I know of the Sasha Grey chick and then the one that unfortunately got the shit beat out of her by the asshole MMA fighter.
Oh, Christy Mack.
Yeah, which, that's some fucked up shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be honest, you look at that dude, he looks like a meathead. Fucking asshole.
Yeah, fuck you. You don't listen to our podcast. But in case you do, I live in Wisconsin.
Why, are you inviting him so you can beat the shit out of him?
Yes. Go to Wisconsin and kill Charles Armstrong. Also, apparently, there's going to be some form of Star Wars Battlefront exclusive thing to go with the PlayStation VR.
Oh, speaking of which, before that, I actually do have something that has to do with Battlefront.
Okay.
Actually, but I'll let you go first.
Yeah, so Sony announced that they had a list of 230 developers all currently working on stuff for PlayStation VR. One of them is DICE, who said they're going to have a Star Wars Battlefront exclusive experience where, hey man, if you can get some form of Star Wars Battlefront to work in VR, Jesus tap dancing Christ.
See, that'd be awesome. I would buy Battlefront again.
I think Jason Murphy's got a PlayStation VR purchase in his future.
Yeah, see, that'd be kick-ass. Now, it'd be also awesome if you could hook up that thing to a PC, jack the graphics all the way up, and put in that mod that makes it look better.
Give it a year and Give it 6 months and somebody will have already modded it.
Oh, probably, yeah. Most certainly.
So you said you had a Battlefront story?
Yeah, this isn't about the actual game. This is about, so we know about fan remakes and all that shit, right? You know, where people, like, if they remake, well, fans remake a game. Well, apparently this new one is called Star Wars Galaxy Turmoil, and it's a project that aims to remake the canceled Star Wars Battlefront 3. The one that they saw, yeah, which...
Did the assets of that get released online?
I think they did. Apparently it's a modding team by the name of Frostwire Studios, which I like that name. That's kind of cool. And apparently and this is their quote, they're going to deliver us the experience as it was meant to be. And they actually set up a page on modb.com where you can check out what they've done so far. And apparently it's being made in the Unreal 4 engine. And they're going to bring in, like, classes. They're going to bring in the different classes, space to ground combat, where, you know, dogfight in space can turn into, like, you know, oh, hey, you end up in the space station shit. So shit that was in Battlefront 2, but that's not in Battlefront now. And then, you know, they're going to bring in the different weapons and all that stuff. And apparently they already have 4 maps in development, Hoth, Tatooine,
right,
and a test room for, like, game mechanics. The other one I can't seem to find, but...
Fair enough.
The thing is, though, is that we've had to deal with fan remakes before, and so far it's always ended the exact same way.
Yeah.
Which is, the company says, cut that out.
Shut it
We don't
down.
want that shit, yeah. Because, like, what was it? We tried to have a remake, an HD remake of, what was it, Super Mario. That didn't work out. Yeah, Super Mario, that didn't work out. We tried to have one for Metal Gear Solid 1.
Yeah.
And that didn't work out.
Had one for Devil May Cry. One for Resident Evil.
I didn't hear about Resident Evil Devil May Cry.
Oh yeah, no. This was years ago, but before Capcom released the official
The HD collection that they had?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's one of those things where I hope this is the one that people get away with, but odds are no.
Right.
Yes.
Can't all be Black Mesa.
Yeah. Yeah, if only, man, that would be awesome. If people had, like, Valve's don't give a shit attitude.
Right.
That'd be nice.
I gotta wonder if most of the other ones were the reason they got shut down was because they were trying to sell it, or they were trying to pay themselves with it.
Maybe. I don't know, because from what I remember, Super Mario, the remake...
Well, it's just Nintendo.
Oh, yeah, it's Nintendo.
You try to do anything with Nintendo's properties, no matter if you're making money or not, and they'll send you a cease and desist order.
Yeah, there was like a thing, right? Like, what was it, a couple of days ago with Super Mario Maker, where they were, like, taking it down for just no fucking reason?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Yeah, Nintendo's really uppity about that kind of shit.
Ooh, no. Well, you gotta wonder if it comes with, one, being a Japanese company who they do a lot of things very differently. Two, not only being a Japanese developer, being a hardware manufacturer who has been at the top of the game before, who has basically only done things their way for decades.
Right, yeah.
So,
yeah, it's that whole I wouldn't be surprised if it was those two, you know, the whole ego thing and not being used to not being on top anymore. Phrasing.
Or just a matter of they don't have anyone to tell them that they're doing something wrong, and the people who are, they don't give a fuck what they have to say.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Nintendo, you heard about that controller situation, right?
Yeah, it's already been confirmed as false.
Yeah, I was just about to say, it was bullshit, which, thank God.
Seriously.
That thing, it looks like a PSP. Or a Vita little thing.
It looks like an oval smartphone with shitty controllers.
I know.
Shitty joysticks on the side.
Yeah, oh, thank God, you know. I'm really happy because I do hope that the whole new NX, it's just what it needs to be, you know, fun gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, you know, good, decent controller. You know?
Yeah, it's... Oh, man. I really hope they don't fuck up the NX.
Yeah,
Because I really hope Nintendo can pull it out, but at the same time, I'm not going to be surprised at E3 they come out and then you just go like, oh, god damn it, Nintendo.
Yeah, why do you keep fucking up?
You don't get it.
It's like you're trying to explain calculus to a 3-year-old. Would you mind if I go through a quick couple of announcements?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I got all the stories from last week done anyway,
Okay.
so I just got this week.
All right, right on. So the first two are just gonna be game announcements of what's coming up. So season 3 of The Walking Dead is coming out in the later half of 2016.
Yeah. I was going to bring that up.
You're gonna bring that up?
Well, no. When I mentioned the episodic things earlier.
Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah. I'm really just sick of episodic stuff. You know, I'll just wait a year, because that seems to be a thing. Is you wait a year and then they release it for like $60, like $30 to $60 or something, like 40 to 60.
You fucking wait for a sale 6 months after it comes out and you can get it all for $4.
Yeah, or that. Yeah.
I really liked season 2 of The Walking Dead. I liked it more than season 1, which I know isn't a very
Racist.
universal opinion. They've said that they're going to try to, season 2 left off with there were kind of multiple endings, and they said they're going to find a way to make those all work, which really makes you think, is this even going to follow Clementine anymore? Is this going to be a new character? They talked about it's going to be very friendly to new players, so it makes me think that it's going to be a completely new story.
How could you possibly not be friendly to new players in a Telltale game? I mean, it's pretty straightforward.
Well, I mean, like, people who haven't played season 1 and season 2.
Yeah. Well, you could easily just be like, previously on the last 2 games of The Walking Dead, and then just do like a 5-minute run.
Yeah. No, but I'm not buying Telltale Games season passes anymore.
Yeah.
Wait till it's all done. Game of Thrones broke me.
Yeah. Well, speaking of, we'll get back to Telltale, but another game, and this is actually really fun, is the Banner Saga 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's coming out April 19th, which some people might remember the fucking controversy. What was it? That someone was trying to sue them over the name Saga?
Not someone. Fucking King sued them.
Oh, yeah. It was the guys who did,
Candy Crush Saga, who are now owned by Activision.
Which, yay, I guess? Yeah. Well,
just always remember, people, Activision bought the people who made Candy Crush more than Disney bought Marvel and Star Wars for.
Yeah, which
not combined, but they paid $5.9 billion for King, and Disney paid, I think, around $4 billion for Marvel and $4 billion for Star Wars.
And at least with Marvel and Star Wars, they got their money back within like a month.
Hey man, they could have already made most of their money back for. Hang on, do you know how much fucking money microtransactions make?
Oh yeah, no, that's true. Yeah. But that's coming out April 19th for the PC and Mac, and actually you can get the game now at a 10% discount.
Oh.
And you can also buy the deluxe edition, which includes the game soundtrack, which also gets a pre-order discount. And yeah, their music is actually pretty good, and like the whole art style they do, I don't know who does that. It's great. Oh yeah. I remember, what was it, when Jason Murphy said it looks like a Jack Kirby kind of thing. Yeah. Like with some of the monsters and all, and it's fucking gorgeous.
If anything, it reminds me of, I forget the guy's name, but he did like the Space Quest, not Space Quest, Space Ace and Dragon's Lair.
Oh shit! I know who you're talking about. Oh yeah, and he's actually the cousin of Mitt Romney.
Oh,
I'm not even joking. Yeah.
No, but it looks like his
Don Bluth.
Yeah, it looks like a Don Bluth kind of art style.
Yeah, he also did The Secret of Nim and
yep.
Yeah, Land Before Time, American Tail, pretty much all the shit that made you cry as a child. All Dogs Go to Heaven.
We don't mention All Dogs Go to Heaven too.
No.
But no, yeah, I haven't played Banner Saga. I don't know if I ever will, because I'm not really too big on top-down kind of strategy turn-based games.
It's very simple to get, you know.
No, I'm sure I may try it at some point in the future. It's just I have no big desire to go for it. But I know the people who did like it really dug it, and I'm really glad that the developers seem really passionate about it, and I'm glad they're getting the chance to make a sequel. Isn't it planned as a trilogy?
Yes, I believe so. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I love what was it?
Stoic.
Yeah. No, fuck. What was I gonna say? Apparently, Dom Bluth also did he was doing a charity, like a Kickstarter. I don't know. I was gonna say Kick-Ass Torrents for some reason. For a sequel to Dragon's Lair.
Oh no! I remember about this, and people got super pissed at him.
Why?
Well, no, because it wasn't for a sequel to if I'm remembering correctly, it wasn't for a sequel to Dragon's Lair. He wanted to make. People thought it was, or they thought it was like a Dragon's Lair movie, but he was just trying to fund a short to make a short, and then he would use that short to pitch the movie to.
Yeah,
studios.
That's a bad idea. Yeah, you should just. Because what he made $500,000, I believe, $500,000
Somewhere around that.
Yeah, which I think. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how much animation costs nowadays, but I think that would be enough, maybe. To make an hour and a half film, maybe.
No.
No. Yeah.
No, especially if you're doing 2D animation, not even close.
Yeah.
Not even close.
Yeah, God, now I want to rewatch some of this. Sorry, one more thing. So back to Telltale though, is apparently, some stuff was talked about the Telltale's Batman game. So basically, they're going to be able to give you the control, so you can actually, in certain scenes, choose to arrive as Bruce Wayne or Batman. The game will mostly control the usual Telltale, so quick time events and like that, and then as Batman, you can do stuff, like the usual Batman. You can try and be merciful or beat the shit out of people and make them end up in a 10-year coma. Apparently, no villains have been announced. They are going to be aiming for an M rating.
Ooh.
Yeah. Which, okay, yeah, okay. That sounds good.
Hey man, if it says they bring the intensity of The Wolf Among Us to a Batman game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm on board.
Yeah. Apparently there'll be 5 episodes, and the first episode will release this summer.
Yeah, right.
Yep. Right, yeah. I got a few more if you want, and then whatever's left for you. I mean, it's up to you.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Okay, so Crytek video game engine was free. It's a pay what you want model now, so you can use the Cry engine and the source code without dishing out any money. Basically, or you can pay for it. Which that seems pretty impressive. The engine's only been used for the Crytek stuff, right? For the games, those 3 games that came out. Right? Has it been used for anything else? The Cry engine, the engine. It's been only used for those 3 first.
I think it was used for the Far Cry games.
Was it?
The initial 2.
Really? Huh.
And the Homefront was Cry engine.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. God, yeah, Homefront.
I'm trying to remember games that started with achieved with Cry Engine 3.
Yeah. Yeah, there aren't a lot. I mean, compared to Unreal Engine, but Unreal Engine has had it's been around for so long that of course it'd be everywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Warface apparently is.
Really?
Yeah, it's a lot of war games.
Yeah.
Star Citizen is Cry Engine apparently.
Is it?
According to when I typed in Cry Engine 3 games, Google says Star Citizen.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, if that ever comes out. Yeah, that's gonna be a bitch to run. I mean, I played the beta. The single-player beta. I have a good computer, right? Couldn't even fucking run the thing.
Jesus.
It seems like one of those things. It seems like one of those things where you would need a Titan X. Honestly. Damn. The $1,000 graphics card.
Okay, so here's CryEngine 4 games that are... So we have Battlecry, which is the Bethesda thing.
Right.
Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. Evolve.
Really?
Yeah. Evolve. Homefront the Revolution. Rise, Son of Rome. if anyone remembers that game.
I remember that game, yeah.
Yeah, and Star Citizen. Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, and Sonic Boom, Rise of Lyric.
Are you fucking kidding me? Really? It don't look like that.
Jesus.
Yeah, they probably didn't do that whole achieved with CryEngine 3. They probably hid that shit away. Like, yeah, we don't want our engine to be taking the blame for this.
Alright.
I'm still amazed that people are still trying to, like, revive the corpse that is Sonic.
Sega just doesn't get it.
Apparently it doesn't.
Keep doing the same things like, oh, why was this Sonic game shitty? Because you fucking rushed it out and didn't get any time to finish. Hey guys, we're taking a new direction with Sonic. The Sonic Boom franchise. Oh shit, it's not done yet, let's rush it out to holiday. Oh, it's broken? Why does everyone hate it?
Right?
Good lord.
It's like, Jesus, guys, get your shit together. Oh, this is actually cool. Apparently, Star Fox 64 is coming to the Wii U Virtual Console this week.
Woohoo.
Yes, Star Fox. Let me see. I don't see a date. Coming April 21st.
All right.
Oh, no, that's Star Fox Zero. What the fuck?
Fuck!
Yeah, Star Fox Zero is coming April 21st. Yeah, the newest thing on Tech Raptor is just saying, yeah, it's coming this week.
Maybe we can get Jeff to actually play Star Fox 64 now.
Yeah. God, that was always the creepiest. The last boss.
Andros.
Yeah, Andros.
With floating brain and eyeballs.
Yeah, which is like, oh my god! What the fuck? See, nowadays, that might get an R rating, or an M rating. Some dude's head explodes and it's just fucking brains and eyes. So I don't know if we should talk about the PS 4.5. Because it's only a rumor at this point. It's still rumor, isn't it?
Well, it was until... let's turn into it.
All right.
So, according to Kotaku, at GDC, they had talked to and overheard a bunch of developers talking about what they were calling the PlayStation 4.5. Apparently,
Right.
Sony had brought a number of developers into a secret back room and showed them. I don't know if they showed them the console. I doubt they even have this is what it's going to look like. But these are the new specs. This is what we're going to be shooting for. Which they're saying they're shooting to run 4K gaming. That it's got significantly beefed up processing power, so it can more easily run PlayStation VR. And that they're shooting for sometime in 2017, but they may not even announce it until 2017 at all.
Yeah. Which 4K gaming, I don't know, has that been a thing that's really been needed? Have people really been freaking out about that?
Some people, but it just seems more like so they can have that thing on the box, so they can just have it yes, we can do 4K gaming.
Yeah.
That leads to one of the other things people were calling it besides the PlayStation 4.5 is some people were calling it the PlayStation 4K, which is a pretty cool name. But this was just stuff from a reporter from Kotaku said that he heard this, and then other people from Kotaku said, yes, we checked our sources, and they're all confirming it. But then Digital Foundry, which is a part of the Eurogamer branch, said that they checked with their sources, and they also confirmed that this is
this is a legit thing.
Sony hasn't announced anything yet officially, but
it seems
all the people they were talking to said, yes, they have talked to us, this is happening.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, I get it. I would prefer, I don't know. I don't think that's going to be a thing I'm going to buy, because, I get 4K gaming, I get why people want to do that, but, I already have a PC, for one, that will probably be able to do it fine. No offense to console people, just I prefer my PC a little bit. And, I'm not willing to shell out another $400, $500 for, I don't know.
I'm not either, but if this comes out late 2017, 2018, and they're willing to offer some kind of hey, trade in your old PS4 and you can get this new one for $200.
Okay, if they were willing to do that, yes.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, because if it was just a thing oh no, we expect you to pay $400 and we're not giving you any kind of deal, then it'd be no, fuck that. I'm not doing that.
Yeah. It really... A lot of people were. Surrounding the story, I read a lot of people saying like, well, then what's the difference from owning a PC and just upgrading? It's like this isn't a new thing, guys. They've
Yeah,
been
this has
doing
been
this
around
for a
since the
while. Like they
PS2.
had the PS2 Slim, they had the PS3 Slim, they had the Xbox 360 Elite, they had the.
Yeah.
They always do this when we get 3 or 4
I think
years into.
Xbox was worse, honestly. Because
Yeah,
it
they
didn't
released
only
like
have the
six
Elite, it had like what? It had like the Pro, it had the Master,
Slim, then they had the Xbox E.
yeah, it had like shitloads. It was ridiculous.
So it's not a new thing. They
Oh no,
do this all the
certainly not.
time.
Yeah, yeah, it was insane. Like I think Sony they only do it where it's like, okay, we got the Slim, and that's really more or less it.
Well, I think they had there was the initial PlayStation 4, which I think had 20 gigs of data, and then they had the version you can buy, which has like either 60 or 80, and then the Slim boosted it up to like 250, I think.
Yeah,
I don't
like
know.
the big difference between the Slim and that one was the original had the backwards compatibility.
Yeah.
As well, which honestly I didn't really use that much because my PS2 still freaking works like a dream, and still the original. It's not the Slim or anything. It's like the original PS2.
Oh yeah, my cousin still works.
Yeah. Hey man, those things they were built to last, man.
Yeah, but if they can, hey, I'm saying this right now, and call me whatever. I don't know what you would call me, but some people will find something. If they can release a PlayStation, I'm just going to call it the PlayStation 4K. If they can release a PlayStation 4K and
That's actually a good name for
have right, it sounds awesome.
it.
That's something you fucking that's probably one of the reasons why they're doing it, so they could just slap that on the box. People go, ooh, 4K.
Yeah, it's like we built this entire thing just to give it a badass name.
If they can release something like that runs games like a dream, gives me like 2 terabytes of hard drive space, and it's only like $200 to upgrade. Yeah, I'll fucking do it.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, and 2 terabytes. That you'd have to do that with
Right.
games being so just so much now. Because what was it? I forget what Batman Arkham Knight was. What was it? It was like 50 gigabytes.
Yeah.
Yeah, which like goddamn.
Which I haven't had the problem that a lot of people some people are complaining. It's like, I have too many games that I can't download them all because I don't play more than 15 games at the same time.
Also, so. I'm very picky about my stuff. It's like if I know it's a good one or it's a Japanese title, like Attack on Titan, the game, I'm gonna buy that for my PS4, obviously. But like small shit, it's like that I can easily buy on my PC. I got no problem with.
Well, for like AAA, like large titles, like once I'm done playing it, I can delete it because it's like I know I'm not going to want to play this for like a while because I've already done everything in it. So, and if I do, I can just re-download it late, like 2 or 3 years down the line. Like,
exactly.
I get if people only have digital purchases and they want to have everything readily available, but those people have already cracked open their PS4 and swapped out the hard drive anyway.
Yeah.
So, hey. This is just still a confirmed rumor, if anything. You got anything else?
You know what I do? Let me just get rid of this news story. Let me see. So there was a trailer for Doom. Doom does not approve. Actually, Doom may approve for this because it is a trailer for the multiplayer modes, and boy howdy, there are a lot of them. And
well. There's like 6.
Well, okay, yeah. Well, okay. Yeah, I'm trying to sell this a little too much. But yeah, I mean, there's the standards, team deathmatch and capture the flag, whatever, and all that stuff. But there's one called Soul Harvest, which is basically you kill your guy, you kill the guys, and you get their souls. And there's another one which is called Freeze Tag, which that's kind of enjoyable, where you get a gun that freezes the enemies, and you're basically tagging them, Like, you can freeze enemies and thaw, heat up the allies so then they can, start shooting again, which, that seems kind of fun. And then there's one called Warpath, which, like I said, it's basically capture the flag, but instead of a flag, it's like this zone.
King of the Hill.
Yeah, it's King of the Hill, yeah, except it's moving.
Yeah.
Like wherever your guy is moving, you're moving, basically, yeah. And then there's Domination, which...
It's Domination.
It's Domination.
If you play Battlefield, it's Domination.
Yeah, and then Clan Arena, which I'd say you can figure that out for yourself.
I've been really interested in Doom's multiplayer since they announced it. I don't know what it is, and I think I read something a few weeks ago that may have solved that riddle for why I'm so interested in it. Because apparently some of the guys they brought in to work on it were former Bungie and Certain Affinity people. So these are
shit.
Halo guys.
So these are like the Halo Call of Duty dudes who it's like, yeah, we know how to make an addicting fucking multiplayer.
Every time I look at the Doom multiplayer, it's like, this looks like Halo.
Yeah, it really does.
I haven't had something to scratch my Halo.
It doesn't help that they have the Space Marine thing going on either.
Right. But if I can get a game on the PS4 that scratches my Halo itch, I'm fucking done, man.
Yeah, like if they can do this better, I'm not saying they will, that's unlikely, but if they can do it that's just as good or better than Halo, then hey, you know,
I'm ready for Doom to make a comeback.
Oh, fuck yeah. It's been like forever. When was the last Doom? Like
Doom
2006? 2003? Damn.
No, I'm saying Doom 3.
Oh, Doom 3. Yeah. When did that come out? I have a feeling it was like 2005 or something.
Doom 3. Released. Stall the time. 2004.
2004? Oh, I was like 1 year off.
12 years ago.
Jesus Christ. Doesn't that make you feel old?
A little, yeah.
Yeah, it does. You want to hear something that? Okay, well, speaking of things that went on too long, you guys, Evolution Studios.
Remind me what they've done.
They made Drive Club.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they made MotorStorm, World Rally Championship, that shit. Well, they've been shut down by Sony.
Yeah.
That sucks. I feel bad for the people who had, who lost their jobs and all. That really sucks. That's always a damn shame. I'm not a big racing fan, honestly.
I haven't either, and Drive Club just kind of seems like Sony really didn't know what to do with it from the beginning.
Yeah, I tried playing it. It was like for free or some shit. And I tried playing it, and it didn't entice me in any way. Like, honestly, if I was to do racing, I would prefer it to be something like Grand Theft Auto, where it's like you have free reign of the city or something, or a hit and run, like Simpsons Hit and Run.
Mm-hmm.
It's something like that.
Yeah, the only real racing games I've ever gotten into are Mario Kart.
So. Yeah, Mario Kart's another thing where it's like, you have shit like that, or even, what was the one from the 90s that should have stayed dead? Twisted Metal.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I was going to say, like, Cell Damage?
No, Twisted Metal, which, God, that had more sequels than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else? I got like 3 more, and then I'm out. So apparently a new animated Resident Evil movie has been announced for 2017.
Yeah, not surprising.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't really get into the animated video game movies that much. Like, I never watched, was it Advent Children?
Yeah, I think I watched it. I don't know. I think my cousin made me watch it, and I was like, yeah, this is kind of cool, but I had never played it. So it's just like, I don't know who these people are.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I never got into it all that much. But yeah, apparently the movie is being directed by a guy called, I pray to God I don't fuck this up, but I probably will, Takanori Sugimoto. I'm pretty sure the T is silent. And he's done live action stuff like Monster Killer, Hard Revenge Millie, and Bushido Man. And apparently, this is actually kind of interesting. Apparently, a guy, the executive producer, is reported to be Takashi Shimizu, who did The Grudge, both the Japanese and American versions.
Okay.
Yes, which is like, hey, if they're trying to do like bring back like some kind of horror into it, I'd be like, hey, I'm down for that. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then I got let me see. And then I told you about this about Gary Busey and Gary Cole.
Yeah.
It's just like, this is the weirdest fucking thing. And it's kind of disturbing because, okay, so for people, so Hitman, the first episode came out, and it's like, a new trailer just came out, and it's a thing where it's Gary Cole, and for people who don't know, just look him up, you'll know him. He plays the asshole in like every generic like cop film or whatever, cop show, right? And then Gary Busey, from Predator 2. And it's them arguing about why they should be killed by players in the summer update for Hitman. This is the weirdest. This is really weird.
Yeah.
And it goes like, choose, and it's like, choose your hit. May the worst Gary win. It's like, the fuck? Like, I'm honestly surprised that no one has had a controversy about this. Like, of all the things that we bitch about in gaming, celebrating trying to kill real people in a game.
It's a little odd.
Yeah. It reminds me of that time in that Mortal Kombat game where we killed Jack Thompson. You remember that?
No.
Yeah, there was a Mortal Kombat game where Jack Thompson was a character.
Was he actually in the game or was it a mod?
No, he was actually in the game.
Okay.
He was literally in the game, and you could do everything to him. Literally, you could throw him off a balcony, stab him with fucking what was it? It was Mortal Kombat Armageddon. That was the one. Yeah, you could stab spikes into him. Just ram your fist into his brain. Fucked up shit, and it's like, really, guys? This is some fucked up shit. And these are, like, legitimate publishers that were like, yeah, we're okay with this. We don't give a fuck.
NetherRealm doesn't seem to give much of a fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, my God. Well, who made it? What was it? Yeah, was it NetherRealm?
I just assumed they made all of the Mortal Kombat games.
It vamped for me. Let me see. Midway Games was it. Those were the developers. Midway Games and Kung Fu Factory.
Wasn't Midway a publisher?
Nope, developer. Publisher was... Oh, they're not giving me the fucking publisher. Let me see. Oh, yeah, Midway's Games was the publisher and the developer.
Huh. Well, alright then.
Yeah, for the PS2 and Xbox. Okay, yeah. And Just Games Interactive was for the Wii. Yeah, I gotta say, it's weird what we bitch about. Like, gamers in general, it's weird what we have a problem with and don't have a problem with. Apparently killing people in real life from real life in a video game is like, no, that's fine. But titties are like, no.
No titties.
No titties! And the last thing I got is about Pokemon Go. And you remember Pokemon Go, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like an app, and you walk, and and people were freaking out about it. Well, apparently, here's the thing: is that unlike the games, you capturing Pokemon, you don't battle them like with other. What it does is the system relies more on your skill level and what Pokeballs you got. So it's not like you. From what I'm getting from this, you're not going to summon like Squirtle to attack Charizard or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, which that sucks because that's kind of what people want.
So you tell me I can't make a Squirtle squad?
I don't know, mate. I don't think so.
Fuck this game. 2 out of 10. Bad graphics.
Too much water.
Too much water.
Yeah. And then we get paid 10 out of 10, like Skyrim, but with water.
I feel so bad for Adam Kovic. He made that fucking comment about fucking like Skyrim with guns, and now that's always attributed him for the rest of the time.
I feel bad for the dude that said, yeah, this is like a 7 out of 10 because too much water. It's like, you dumb motherfucker.
Was that an actual quote?
That was go to the IGN. What was it? I think it was for the remake for Ruby. And it was like, yeah, and one of the negatives was too much water. 7.8. Yeah, it was for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Good lord.
It's like, what the fuck were you smoking when you wrote that, dude? Oh, jeez. But back to it. So apparently there's also, you can find a first look of gameplay of it from South by Southwest. So you can actually see what's really going on. a lot more clear. And let me see. Apparently, in addition to catching Pokemon and exploring, Pokemon Go will also make use of an achievement-based system. So for all those Xbox-obsessed achievement motherfuckers, this will be your year, I guess. Yeah. Apparently, there's also a thing where it's like the Apple Watch, kind of, where it's the Pokemon Go Plus device, and it will sync up to your smartphone via Bluetooth and will alert players on like events or nearby Pokemon and shit. And you can use the watch to catch nearby Pokemon.
All right.
Charged at $300.
Oh, good lord.
I'm joking about that part, but
Okay.
would you be surprised?
Yeah.
And that's all I got. You got anything else from?
I got a few little tiny things. So apparently there was a report that the developer of Scribblenauts Fifth Cell was shutting down.
Oh, really?
Then they released a statement saying, no, we just laid off like 45 employees.
Oh, well, that still sucks.
No, yeah, definitely. It was because I don't know what exactly they were working on, but one of the projects they were working on was canceled, so they had to lay off a bunch of people.
That's always a fucking shame. You know, like, honestly, don't ever work for another company when it comes to video games, because your job is not completely secure, it seems.
Right. If you were brought in to work on a game that has already been being worked on, you're not going to have that job when the game's over.
Right, yeah. Don't go to your wife or husband saying, honey, I got a secure job.
Let's buy a house with a 6-year lease.
Yeah.
Banner, you already got that. The Binding of Isaac developer announced The Legend of Bumbo.
What?
Which is a turn-based RPG type thingy that's randomly generated, and that is an actual quote from Ed McMillan.
It's a randomly generated thingy?
A turn-based puzzle RPG type thingy that's randomly generated.
I love that dude. That dude does not give a shit whatsoever. Like, when you hear
not.
interviews about him, he's like, yeah, fuck it. Like, did you hear about the rant that he had? Like, he was playing Binding of Isaac, and he ran in a rant saying, you know what, fuck these new indie developers, they're pretentious assholes. Like, he just went off on a rant entirely. It's like, dude, what the fuck?
I'm going to have to look that up.
Oh, yeah, it's insane.
Well, he also commented on, because they had that game they announced right after Binding of Isaac, Mugenics, which kind of went dark for a while, and he basically, they're not saying it's canceled, but they're saying they're not going to work on it right now, and it's basically canceled.
Okay, yeah. So either it's in development hell, or they're just going to forget about it.
Right. There was also, do you know the game Ark Survival Evolved?
Yeah, that's the one where you can ride dinosaurs and shit.
Yeah, so the developer of the game is currently in legal trouble because the developer of the game Studio Wildcard is in trouble because one of its designers was working at Trendy Entertainment, who are the people behind Dungeon Defenders. And now the people behind Trendy Entertainment is claiming that he was working on Ark while he was still employed for Trendy. So
they're saying technically it belongs to them.
That's what they're saying, and also that he was trying to steal away developers from Trendy, saying like, "Hey, you should come work on this thing with us." So it's heading to court. We don't know the exact specifics of it, but if it's allowed to, this case is allowed to continue, it could mean that Ark is pulled from sale from Steam and Xbox.
Kind of reminds me of that thing from, what was it, Facebook, the social network, where it's like, oh, you used your spare time to use their own code and all this shit. And it's like, well, yeah, but I made this. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing about tech companies. If while you're working on it, they own your brain.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, what was it? That
was part of the ZeniMax Oculus Rift lawsuit.
Yeah. That was also part of the plot in, what was that show on HBO with TJ Miller. Yeah, with TJ Miller, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that show. That show's so funny.
Season 3, fucking next month.
Is it next month?
I think so.
Nice. Yeah, that's one of the things I hate about, like, cable network shows is, like, they're so short, you know? It's only, like, they only get like at most 10 episodes, and it's like, yep, we'll move on. You gotta wait another year, and it's like, god damn it.
And I believe that's all I got.
Oh, that sucks.
You hit most of the main things from this week.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like trying to make your job easier on looking some of this shit up.
Oh. Okay. This is literally a title I'm just reading of a headline.
Okay.
Rockstar considered GTA Tokyo, and GTA 6 is in preliminary stages of production. Is that really surprising, though?
Yeah, I would love I like San Andreas and I like Liberty City, but I would so love it if they did like a Japan-based place or something, or
Yeah.
yeah, because that would be cool. That'd be nice.
Oh, and apparently April 3rd we're going to see the first footage from Pokemon Sun and Moon.
So is the Nightman gonna fight the Dayman?
All right, that's it, everyone. See you next week. I'm Charles Armstrong. This is Ryan Graff. Ending on a high note. I'm sick of his shit.
Dayman! Oh! Fighter of the Nightman!